What's cooking, folks? Vermillion Phoenix here, and today we're jumping into some more Orcs Must Die Unchained. This time we're finishing off the Temper run in Eventide Fortress. We'll be going through this and smashing up as many of these guys as we can. Now, one of the things that we have to focus on is splitting up the enemies. I think I'll do my usual split where I have the top three gates and the right gate circling clockwise, and the left gate and the bottom gate sort of going counterclockwise until they all kind of congregate around the default guardian location directly to the right of the rift room entrance. Generally works pretty well, and it means that you only have to defend at one direction if something sort of breaks loose. Sorry there. And it's pretty solid. Probably gonna use a good amount of wall traps. You can use BGH ballistas. They're really not that necessary on this map though, just because there is a lot of places to put stuff. I think that's solid. We're going to take a wall charger here and also some floor spikes. Where are they? Now, there's a lot of different traps that you could use here. If I didn't want to take the floor spikes, I could take something like Spitfire. Spitfire does require a bit different use of your walls, but for the most part, it's not really that big a deal. The only difference is that the Spitfire may be able to be placed less often, which will save you some coin over using, say, the wall charger. But the wall charger is going to hit harder and score you some area of effect kills, which is kind of important. For our guardians, we're going to drop the priest for the weapon right. Our last line of defense will basically be right here as far as the traps and guardians go. So we're going to stake everything on this location here. There's a couple of overhangs, one here above the steps and another one right along this area that actually allows you to place some ballista. That's where our dragon lances are going to go. We're going to force these guys to go around here. These guys will naturally go through here on their own, and then the other gates will be forced through there by blocking off here and here. So I think for the most part that should be it. Actually, I don't need that. Let's go for just some flat money. Big spender. And that'll be it. Let's go ahead and get this started.
No! Do we have to fight?
All right. So we are in here. First thing we're going to do is hop over here. And because I don't want to forget to do it later, I'm just going to block this off now. Let's take a small amount of coin away from our starting setup. We'll lose essentially about 2 traps. But I'm going to cook everything as soon as possible here.
This spot looks mighty fine.
And floor spikes are cheap, so yeah. We're really just going for damage here. There's a couple of other things that we can place. We can remove these for tar and put some more floor scorchers back here, but it's not going to be super important for the first couple of waves, and eventually we'll sell everything that exists here anyway. So when that happens, we're going to reposition all the traps in a place that will serve us a bit better and not just hurt this single gate, but hurt multiple gates. Making sure you spend your coin efficiently is always important. Not trying to explode here just because I can't group up all the enemies in the way that I would like. Okay, should be able to smash these guys and then come a little bit closer.
Loosen the hammer, losing my patience.
Alright, that was probably a waste. I should have waited just for him to walk into the traps. But here's another. Okay, and now
Gotta keep the rib safe. I always like making trap parts, not so much using them though.
Gonna take Anger Loves Company. Just in case I do explode, I'll attract as many enemies as possible, and they'll all get blown up. Exactly what we're looking for.
That looks like.
Watch out! An unstable rift is open.
So that's not too bad a location. The only issue is I don't really have anything set up to defend this area. I'm going to come over here and place the weapon right now, and then I'm going to basically head over to where that rift is. Any enemies that go directly to the right will essentially just be fighting our guardian. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to destroy this though.
The unstable
Nope.
rift was not destroyed. Enemy minions incoming.
All right, let's see what we got.
My range is low.
And I think that shows off one of the challenges that anybody playing Temper will face. Before you hit level 4, you don't have any sort of actual stable resource. You're good in combat, but once you get out of combat, you are very sketchy. All right, just die. There we go. Thank you. All right. So now we're moving over here. And there's a few things we're going to want to do. First, everybody gets set on fire. No questions about that.
Let the trap do the killing. Why I don't have to. Why can't everyone just be friends?
You can set up some of these.
Protect our rift. Like this here spot. There trap, everywhere trap, trap.
All right, and then now that most of this is good, we can just start placing the lances right up above here. And this is actually going to slay a ton of guys.
Watch out for that!
And you can see that for the most part, not a lot is getting through here. We got Rage Machine now, which gives us a somewhat stable resource. And if you watched any of the other videos that I've done here, that's pretty much always my pick for Temper. It just makes him a much more manageable character to play with. And you can basically bank health, which is super important for a melee hero. Just put this back here. Okay. Now we're gonna bank some coin on this particular wave, just so that we can start.
The boss minion has entered the battle.
Yeah, I don't even care. Just so that we can start building up the coin to block off the right entrance.
Unstable rift is opening. Quick.
We're also going to need to save up for the left entrance directly afterwards because they open one after the other, which is really unfortunate, but that's the way the map's set up.
Leave me be.
Well done. The unstable rift has been destroyed.
I suppose it is the last map in the game though, so making sure that you're tight on coin budget is going to be super important. That actually makes low cost traps super effective here, which gives a little bit of leeway to things like floor spikes and the dragon lance. Alright, those guys on the left should be some gnolls. Now, I could have just let them go in, but I wanted to smash them for the extra coin.
Shake it off, Timber. Shake it off. Strike me.
Alright, so I'm gonna build this a little bit haphazardly, but it should be alright.
Defenses have been breached again. Why can't everyone just be friends?
Now, a good use of a firewall bracer will usually kill all of these guys. As long as you can keep it up, they will all burn to death as soon as they cross it. Now, you need about, I think, with the discounts that I have here, 4,200. Oh well, I'll let them through. About 4,200 to make sure that everybody gets blocked off on the next gate opening. That goes up significantly by about 1,050 up to what, 5,350 if you don't have the discounts, because it's an extra 350 per Great Wall Barricade. You can do this without the Great Wall Barricade, but it's even more expensive in that case, so you got to be careful about that. Okay.
Watch out! Our enemies are broken
What?
through again.
Oh, okay. Why was it not letting me place those before?
The spot looks mighty fine. I'm grade A at USDA.
So I'm pretty sure these yellow guys coming through there are Grenadier Knolls.
They've broken through a gate.
It's possible to open the gate that's at the wooden gate that holds them back on the left side of the map as well for just a few moments. You want to be careful here. These guys may actually
They're under attack.
hit your barricades. If they happen to blow them up, they can get up the stairs. As long as they don't blow them up, you are pretty much a-okay. Now, all of these heavy guys in the back here, we have to get down here and fight. Eventually, we'll have traps that will be able to take them out, but at the moment, not quite there. So we want to come behind the shield guys first, and then we can just slam everybody else. Don't forget to use your environmental traps if you can. I screwed that up a bit, but it's alright. Mountain Troll, big guys. Alright, and that's that wave. That gate is going to close. We have the upper left gate opening now. It's probably one of the most important to be prepared for, which is why I prepared for it in the beginning. But to make sure that it doesn't take forever to take these guys out, we are going to set this up now.
Trap these killers. Why, I don't have to.
So these guys come from this side, which means they're going to hug this wall when they come through. If you absolutely want to deal max damage, you can lace the other wall with them as well. And then we are going to spam up some traps for them. Now you'll notice with that area having those swinging maces in it, and eventually a few other things, we'll have fewer enemies actually coming through here. And I can actually do this now. Alright, we're going to grab, I guess, Happier Place. It'd be nice to move around a bit more. Okay, are these more gnolls? They're just gonna waste my time if they don't die. Yep. Okay, so we don't have a lot of coin left, but there's still a few things that we can do over here. Whoops. I want to sell that, and
This will protect our rift. I always like it.
I'm gonna burn them anyway.
Not so much you. Oh, a boss is on his way.
Lysander isn't really that big of a deal here. He may seem like it. You want to kill him quickly, though. That's the main thing to worry about. If you don't kill him quickly, anytime your guys die, he'll resummon them next to him, and he'll basically just have this walking mob of HP right next to him, and that'll make your traps do a significant amount more damage for a short period of time, but eventually they may overrun this section of damage that you have built up right here. Alright. Where are you going? Okay, you died. Good. Alright, so now we get to try to trap up this area back here a bit more.
A gentle breeze. A babbling brook.
So I like to pile it on pretty heavy.
There trap, everywhere trap. Gotta keep the rib safe. That looks like it could hurt somebody.
Alright, that's pretty much all my cash. You'll notice that a lot of the yellow guys, which are the fire enemies, the fire ogres, are dying up top there. pretty easily. There's only 3 of them left. Most of the small fries are all done. These guys are getting pretty much obliterated. All right. Just gonna prance away a bit, and we can pack another one of these right here. So yeah, keeping them next to the wall chargers, definitely a good idea. But we have 2 waves, and this one and then the start of the next one to set up at the bottom there. That's what I'm going to be focusing on right now. Whatever doesn't die through these is basically going to have to get cleaned up down there, and you don't really have too many defenses you can set up without wasting trap efficiency up here.
The unstable rift is opening. It must be destroyed. And our heroes destroyed the unstable rift. And
There we go.
much rejoicing.
So while I have the opportunity, because nothing that comes down here, I believe it's explosive, we're just going to force them to come through here. Lots of explodey bits, a little bit of burn.
Our barricades are under attack.
Oh, they actually made it through there. They should be dead soon. They actually may destroy that first barricade.
Our barricades are under attack.
Which means I need more floor spikes up there. And this is basically what I meant by wasted trap efficiency up there. If these guys aren't dead, they will regenerate their HP, and them regenerating their HP essentially reduces the fact that you put traps up there at all. We can... Oh, no, we don't want to do it that way.
Like this here spot.
Force them to do something like this.
Enemies are attacking on another front.
So all of these guys are going to clump over here, and we can push them back if we want with the charge. Probably won't need to,
Minion has been taken down.
specifically because of that.
An unstable rift is opening. Destroy it.
And most of what we're going to put up here is just going to be ballista. Alright, these are all dead. Good stuff.
Well done. The unstable rift has been destroyed.
Now we do want to put some more stuff at the bottom there to make sure that these waves go through a bit smoother. I messed that up. Alright, just gonna have to sit here while you guys die. Goodbye, archers. That was supposed to be plural. You died too. Thank you. Alright. So then we're gonna head back to the bottom. What are we gonna find down there? I don't think any more bosses or anything really sturdy shows up. We just need the damage.
That looks like it could hurt somebody.
Once we get a full set of ballista up top, we should be pretty sweet. Now, I usually bring slightly cheaper traps than the wall charger, and that actually allows me to reinforce the little kobold gate on the right, as well as the top a bit better than I have done this game. But you know, trying out new traps just to see how they work. All right, and there we go for him. Quick pushes these so we get the next wave started. And what else do we have happening? And I just want to go drop a few more ballista at the bottom. Actually, maybe one of these too. You guys can have one of those. Alright, now we have 4 ballista. Oh, hit me. It looked like I got hit.
I feel like I could hammer out 100 swords right now.
Wait, am I getting hit by the lightning explosion? It looked like I was. That's so weird. Alright, let's go ahead and handle these guys. This is, for me, the best gate to spend your time attacking when it's open. Except for the very last wave. The very last wave, I guess they try to fake you out. There's only 2 mountain trolls. So really it's just a matter of if you have enough DPS set up somewhere in their path to just kill them, you're fine. If not, you should do it with your hero.
Okay, think about your favorite things.
Okay, those aren't even regular enemies. Those are summons from a null breeder.
This is the final wave.
Okay. So again, the guys on the right over here are going to be explosive kobolds. If they all manage to hit your stuff, you're gonna have some issues, but the ooh. He's dead. Gotta make sure that they don't burst the barricade. And this is pretty much the end here. As long as those guys die and you take out a couple of buddies over here,
Angry now.
everything else will pretty much get itself killed on the traps you placed. You get a little surplus of coin here, so if you happen to die, not really a big deal. You can just toss the coin. At reviving yourself, boom. Alright. Dead. There we go. Not too bad. $18.05 is a half decent time for that. Not the best, but it's high enough to get triple score bonus. I believe you can get somewhere close to like above 4 if you do it fast enough. But yeah, 18.05 is currently... Oh, Oziel did it quicker. Okay. Ooh, and Midnight. Well, Midnight has the speed advantage that pretty much nobody else does. Which is why I recommend her to people. Well, that is one of my fastest times, which is pretty good considering the fact that I let an unstable rift open, and Temper doesn't really have a stable speed boost early on. But that is pretty much going to be all the Rift Lord survival maps with Temper. So he can take them, he can do it pretty well. You just need to be aware of the gimmicks, or I should say issues with his Happy Place ability, just because it doesn't allow speed bonuses or anything to stack, and that becomes an issue if you actually try to use them. So if you're aware that you need to deactivate for other speed boosts like speed pads and the stable hand guardian, then you'll be all right. Other than that, he does a solid amount of damage. His primary attacks hit in an area, especially the uppercut at the end, which is particularly devastating if you're surrounded. And yeah, now I have a good amount of footage to use for putting together a hero overview. So I'm going to check out the poll that I've been running since forever about who the next couple of heroes will be. I may decide to do something before I start the next run of heroes. I still have to release now hero overview videos for Elin, which I'm almost finished, Brass, now Temper, and then we'll see who goes next. Either way, thank you guys for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed this. I know a lot of people have been placing requests in the comment section of the other videos. Feel free to keep doing that because, you know, if I decide to do something else in between getting into another run of this, then you guys will be able to see that, and you know, hopefully it helps somebody. But thanks as always again for tuning in, and until next time, take care of yourselves, and as always, have a good one, folks.